What's up, everybody? We have some more Doctor Who news. Well, we have a new Doctor that was introduced. And not only that, something completely different happened, a bi-generation instead of regeneration, which is something that used to happen. And I'm not sure how that is going, how the hardcore fans are going to feel about this. But this article, according to this article here, Doctor Who's 6th-year anniversary special ratings continue to decline. So yeah, some people are not returning to watch the continuation. And the rating seems to keep going down. And I'm not sure how are people going to feel about the whole bi-generation thing. And do you think that was stupid? Do you buy that? Because, you know, it's definitely not keeping up with the tradition, right? But anyways, let's see what this article is saying here. Overnight ratings for the third 60th anniversary special for Doctor Who, The Giggle, continue to see the show viewership ratings decline. So the first of the three 60th anniversary special, The Star Beast, which saw a return of David Tennant as the 14th Doctor and Catherine Tate as Donna Noble, bring in 5.8 million viewers in overnight numbers. And after all calculations were completed, the show total viewership in the United Kingdom clocked in at 7.61 million. The overnight rating for the show's second episode, Wild Blue Yonder, and I kept saying Wonder on my latest video, I don't know why, it's just because it looks Wonder, but it's Yonder, declined by 250,000 viewers of 5% to 4.83 million. However, when the final calculations were made, the second episode only brought in 6.9 million viewers. That's a decline of over 700,000 viewers and nearly 10% from the first episode. Well, I think there's always those that are like curious. So no matter if they liked it or not, they just want to see how it ends. I'm usually that kind of person. Even if it's something that's going to make me angry, it's very hard for me not to finish. I want to see how, even if it's bad, I just want to see how it ends. But there are those that are just extremely pissed off. They're just never going to come back. You know, they have been doing it. It's the trend now, right? To change things to a newer audience. What I think that they're doing wrong here is that they are kind of ignoring the hardcore fans. And I think that's the problem, because the hardcore fans are probably the ones that are so good at bringing in new fans. And the hardcore fans are the ones that are going to stick around. So if you ignore those because you just think the newer audience is going to stick around, I mean, I don't know. I guess we're going to have to see in the long run, especially now we do have a new Doctor Who, right? It's just something that's completely different. So let's see here. The Giggle saw it overnight rating decline even more. So the series only brought 4.62 million viewers. That's a decline of just over 9% from the first episode and 4.3% decline from the second episode. The series is not being received well by those who are actually watching it. So on IMDb, The Star Beast received a 5.2 rating out of a 10. 5. Wild Blue Yonder has 6.5 out of a 10. So people actually like the second one better than the first one. And Giggle currently has a 7.5 out of a 10. So Giggle is probably the one that has the higher rating. Overall, the series have a 6.6 out of a 10 rating. But on Rotten Tomatoes, 43. That's bad. Whoa. The series has also been lampooned by previous fans of the series. Pop culture expert and lover of Doctor Who, Gary from Nerdrotics, savaged the Star Beast episode, noting it was a sacrifice on the altar of agenda. God. And that now third reboot of Doctor Who was murdered in its crib. Wow, that's pretty harsh, Gary. But he's been covering Doctor Who ever since I remember watching his channel. He seems to be a huge fan, so I definitely trust his judgment when it comes to that. Let's see. It's unlikely the series viewership will recover, but will instead continue to decline. In fact, showrunner Russell T. Davies Davis announced that upcoming episodes of the show will annoy people. Now, that's a huge no. I don't know why these creators tend to think that annoying people it's a good thing, you know? I don't know, but he told Radio Times the show is taking a slight step towards fantasy, which will annoy people to whom it's hard sci-fi fiction show. Okay. Davis added, episode 2 year is wildly fantasy, completely making up scenarios on screen that we've never been able to show before, but the following episode is proper hard science fiction. Wow. Not only did Davis explain that the show's direction will annoy people, but he also informed Doctor Who magazine, as reported by SFF Gazette, that he's creating a whole new Doctor Who mythology. How do you guys think about that? I mean, I think about my beloved franchises, and if they're creating a new mythology for that, I don't think it would go so well. Look at Star Wars. They tried to create a new mythology, changing from George Lucas's, original stuff, and it just didn't go well. But that's my personal opinion. Maybe for you it works. That's totally fine. So Davis explains there will be controversial events in the giggle. If you listen and watch the commentary on the iPlayer, I unroll a whole new Doctor Who mythology for you, based around the events taking place. I'm explaining this to David Tennant, and his mind is exploding. I mean, I guess he is talking about the whole bi-generation, because that means that Doctor Who is no longer regenerating, right? 'Cause that's what it used to happen. Now it's just there are two of them, and that also means that all the other Doctor Who's are just splitting. I mean, I thought that was a little bit confusing, but let's see if there's this article here saying anything else. So, airing on BBC on Saturday night, the action built up to a skyline standoff between David Tennant's 14th Doctor and the Toymaker, with his nemesis forcing the TARDIS dwelling hero to regenerate for the last trilogic game. So, and then ripping up the Wovia manual, Gatwa Doctor bi-generated, withdrawing himself from his predecessor's body and able to exist at the same time, much to their shared disbelief. So I guess that's what T. Davis was talking about. What do you guys think? Did you like that? Do you think it's going to be rubbish? Terrible? Horrible? I don't know. Traditionally, one Doctor will regenerate into another, with their replacement taking one mantle of Universal Explorer alongside a companion. This time, however, Tennant's incarnation didn't fade away and instead settled for a life on Earth with Donna Noble. I don't know. I guess time will tell. According to the article, the ratings are going down, so I don't know, maybe they are already losing the hardcore fans. Maybe they already lost with the first 60th episode. Are you going to come back and watch the new Doctor Who? What do you think? I mean, this is definitely going to be something different, and I believe they're doing this because they're trying to make Doctor Who for newer audiences, which is not a bad thing. But in my opinion, you shouldn't really ignore the hardcore fans, Well, if you're changing to a new mythology, that kind of sounds like what we call the soft reboot, they're not naming it a reboot, but it is a reboot. But I don't know, guys. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Did you like the giggle episode? Did you like what happened to David Tennant's Doctor Who? And now, are you in for a new Doctor Who? Do you think they're going the right direction for newer audiences, and ignoring the hardcore fans is the way to go? I'm not sure, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and see you next time. Bye.